In yesterday's video, I talked about the pastor who was robbed of over $1 million in jewelry. Plot twist. He got into a heated conversation with the gentleman who broke this story, and we're gonna be reacting to it.
Kingstream Entertainment. Ruslan.
I said yesterday that this was fishy. Something was going on here. Well, this pastor who goes by the name of Lamar M. Whitehead said he was robbed of over $1 million in jewelry at his church. And apparently the gentleman that broke it is named Larry Reed. He does commentary on things in the black church context, all right? And so this clip was going crazy yesterday because this is him kind of turning up on Larry Reed, who he's friends with, and some other lady who is also apparently a prophet or something. And then we're gonna react to this, and I'm gonna give you guys his explanation for all of this and my thoughts on this entire conversation. So let's jump right in.
I don't know you. I don't know you. I don't know you. I do not know you. I do not know you. But at the end of the day, when you come here and try to talk about me and I don't know you at all. And at the end of the day, when I come on and I'm listening and I'm seeing you laughing at me, I'm sitting here, you laughing at me. I don't even know you. And
so he's alleging that these folks were laughing at him earlier in the stream. Of course, they're denying it. What they were laughing about was him getting robbed and whether that was funny or not.
Larry, you want to sit and talk about, hold on. And Larry, you want to sit here and talk about, hold on. Larry, and you want to sit here, and talk about that I spoke about homosexuality. Hold on, ma'am. Hold on one second. Nobody wants to talk to you, Biggie. Nobody.
He called her Biggie. Why he do that? Okay, so first, red flag number one, I'm like, yo, this man's talking really reckless about, as a pastor bishop, who's robbed $1 million, driving a Rolls Royce. He's talking really reckless about this lady, but it gets better.
You don't have
or worse, depending on how you look at it. Yo, this man's face right here.
Any respect for women.
No. Don't talk about women now. Don't talk about women because y'all laugh when Larry said about the gun in my daughter's face. Y'all laugh. Y'all laugh. That's what you did. Y'all laugh. That's what you did. And you want to say talk about if that's really true. That's what you said, Larry, and y'all laughed. And what you did was you laid on your carpet. You laid on your carpet and pretended to be me. You're disrespectful, okay? You're disrespectful. And at the end of the day, Larry, at the end of the day, I respected you. And you want to talk about the LGBT community? We had a conversation. And my position was that I preached the gospel of Jesus Christ.
You're mean.
What are you talking about mean? How am I mean? I'm not mean. You're mean. Hold on. You're mean. You're mean because at the end of the day, y'all sitting here laughing at something that 4 gunmen could have took my family life, and y'all sitting here making a mockery of it, all right?
We are not.
This big blip right here want to sit here and talk about women, all right? And you want to sit here and validate homosexuality because you just admitted that you're a right? That's
whoa!
Whoa!
Didn't I tell y'all?
Whoa! Hold on! This thing escalated very quickly. This went from, you laughed at me, she's Biggie, haha, she's fat, to the full-on, the F word being dropped. Okay, that turned left really quick. So this goes on. This goes on for a while. He feels like they laughed at him. And again, there's all kinds of speculation, allegations. Apparently, he's done time in prison before or got arrested for something. The FBI allegedly raided his house. All kinds of wild stuff around this pastor. So here is his response to this conversation. It's him going live on his Instagram right after.
Who's the other guy and the other girl? Just disrespectful. The other guy that was on Larry Reed's show, he was just up there. Larry Reed has blinded y'all, literally blinded you. All he do.
So he's blaming Larry Reed. Again, I'm not super familiar with who Larry Reed is. Apparently he covers a lot of stuff in this community with regards to, I guess, keeping some people accountable. Again, this is the pastor that was just robbed of, initially it was $400,000, then it was $1 million, and then Larry Reed was the one who kind of made the story go viral. I think he posted it, then Shade Room posted it, then CNN posted it, then the number increased to $1 million. You know, a lot of questions. Why is you wearing $1 million in jewelry? Why are you driving a Rolls Royce while doing church in a very storefront, sketchy part? There's a whole lot going on here. I'll play you some more of his response to this.
He won't bust a grape in a fruit fight. He ain't never been in nothing. I've been there, man. I've been in these streets. I know what it feel like, man, to be shot at. And you want to sit here where women and children are going through a traumatic experience where I have to hire a therapist to talk to my church, and you want to sit here and laugh and joke about it, and then all of your followers, Larry Reed and whatever the other person's name is, you want to sit here and joke and talk about, oh, he's upset and he's mean. Oh, look, and then they want to capitalize when I hung up. Oh, the girl. Who's that girl? Y'all know who it is. Y'all was just up there. Who's that girl? Want to sit here and talk about what she say? I'm a prophet, and I just wanted to sit back and watch. But if you are the same prophet, you was just joking about the God's kingdom, God's church being robbed. I'm always outside. I'm always outside. Why didn't they do it outside? They violated the church.
Reasonably upset over the situation and how it transpired. He feels like they were laughing at him, especially because his family was at risk. And he's saying basically this is why this thing escalated. Apparently the lady calls herself a prophet. Larry Reed covers a lot of content within this space. And this is fascinating to see a story be on the front page of CNN to then this thing spill over into words and language coming out of a pastor's mouth that you just would not expect to come out of a pastor's mouth. I think is a whole lot that I was not expecting for this to go this way. Now, I want to know what you guys think. You think his response was appropriate? Do you think that these pastors and bishops ain't built like they used to be? What do you think about this entire exchange? I think he jumped way out of character to be speaking like this, to be talking like this, regardless on the circumstance. Now, again, I'm not super familiar with Larry Reed's content. He apparently has all kinds of insider information that he put up an Instagram video about, saying there's a whole lot he knows that he can't talk about, so on and so forth. There's so many things to me about this, from where the church was at, how this went down, how much jewelry was involved. Why would you flaunt that much jewelry and still have a storefront church? So many different things. And that was kind of some of Larry Reed's points. I just think this is wild that this is mainstream covered news. And it's, if we're gonna be honest, better than any soap opera we've seen in quite a long time. So, you guys in the comment section, I want to hear from you guys. What do you guys think? You think he was totally out of pocket? I think he was totally out of pocket. Do you think there's, where there's smoke, there's fire? I want to hear from you guys in the comment section. If you want to hear the original video that I made yesterday covering the particulars of this whole situation, you could click over here. Make sure you're subscribed, hit that like button, all that kind of good stuff. And I'll see you later, all right? Peace.